artist
So loyal to the soil that we breathed earth. They wanna make us kneel until our knees hurt. They gon' pay the price if we squeeze first. Oh shit, if I leave earth, put me on a t-shirt, yeah. It ain't a feeling of need, it ain't a feeling of greed. Just trying to get some shit that I ain't had for my seed. Trying to puff a pack of pot as much as I breathe. The pulmonary kinda scary, making it bleed. Yeah, the pulmonary kinda scary, making it bleed. Yeah, the pulmonary kinda scary, making it bleed.
I was strolling through the mud, coming from the dunes. Live under the rug, God coming for me soon. I spoke to an angel, she told me you just as guilty as a witness. I told her I can't stop sinning. Through the view of your television screen, young boy wanna click if they get me. Little boy and the kids never got me. Hella dope in a row till you get me. I got my old man soul, I'm living through the present me. Another blunt we gotta roll. No, you can't, this for free. Living like celebrities, mobbing with my entities. On the road we never sleep, like be looking like my dreams. And I used to like to dream, cause it made me feel happy. Now I have to drink, I'm just hoping that it kills me.
My shadow floating in as if a sinner could fly. I pulled up a chair so we could sit at my side, and took a hit and said we ought to let the synergy die. Then it blew out, I caught him and then lit in the sky. Oh my, I couldn't handle this shit, so I cut open a blood and I dismantled this shit. By the time I wrote it back up, it broke it all down. And it said a third eye, your shirts, I'm all holding it down. About as evil as the smoke round me, crack in my lungs. About as loyal as the lawyer, steady stacking his funds. But I ain't way more honest than all these dudes in office. And if you so ashamed to sin, why don't you just stop it then? Cause the feeling is good. Go ahead and cover what your neighbor got and come up you should. It's just the feeling of want. Keep your third eye on your prize, just like a savant.
Living like celebrities, mobbing with my entities. On the road we never sleep, might be looking like my dreams. And I used to like to dream, cause it made me feel happy. Now I have to drink, I'm just hoping that it kills me.
My father, he showed me this, so that my wounds, they don't exist. It's only what you perceive. To know me is to know deceit.
So you guys, you guys are Eat the Police.
That is correct.
Okay, all right, let's get it straight though first. So
do your introduction.
So I'm Gnarly Critter, and this
I am Woozy Not God.
So we make our own solo music. So that song is not under Eat the Police. That's under my SoundCloud account, which is Gnarly Critter.
That would be Gnarly Critter featuring Woozy Not God.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we just started Eat the Police like 2 weeks ago.
It's going down.
Yeah.
So this is your debut then.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Nice. So you guys are from Modesto, right?
Yes, sir.
So how long have you guys been in, doing music?
I'll let you take that one first.
I have been writing songs since I was like 12. Eventually I realized that if you're gonna do it, you got to do it yourself sometimes. So the past like 2.5 years, I have been like leasing beats and mixing my own vocals, mastering that. I can play piano and stuff, but I'm not very talented with the production. But everybody says that mixing vocals are harder, so maybe I should dabble in on that too. It's just all time,
You definitely have a DIY mentality then going into this music.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been into music?
So I started doing for about probably 7 years, I think. I started doing comedy music, Like, you ever seen like Smosh?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I used to do like comedy skits like that.
Okay.
And then one of them was like a joke song, like a parody song. And I was like, hey, that was pretty fun. I'm going to do it again. And I did it again. I was like, this is way better than doing videos. I want to do music and stuff.
Were you ever into theater in high school?
Nah, I never had the grades for it or anything like that.
So are you still in high school then?
No, I graduated early.
Okay.
Yeah, I took the exit exam
Definitely.
thing, which is like a GED pretty much. Yeah.
I graduated late. I graduated though.
That's important.
He
That's
graduated
great, though.
officially.
Yeah.
I did.
So how old are you then?
I'm 17.
And you?
31.
31. So you guys are two different
Generations.
two different generations with the music
But that's
scene.
dope, though.
Thank you.
That is.
Thank you.
Notice that.
Thank you.
You-
so
Yeah,
much.
he's definitely got an old man soul, and I am very childish. So.
That's why it works out.
Yeah, exactly.
So you definitely grew up within the SoundCloud era.
100%,
And then you're more of the vinyl and CD era.
Yeah, as far as like my personal music, I never really put anything out until SoundCloud started. I was like one of the first people like hopping on board with that. And then I kind of, didn't put anything out for like maybe 4 years. And then just recently, a few of my now favorite artists came out, kind of lit a fire up under me, and I was like, I got to start putting more stuff out. So.
Shout out Lil Darky.
Lil Darky, Spider Gang.
Where's he from?
He's from Sacramento, actually. Based down in LA now, though. And another one of my favorite artists found out recently through Spider Gang, Brumane God from San Francisco.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. You got to check him out.
Definitely. All
Yeah.
Bay Area artists.
Hell yeah.
So you, would you say you definitely have 90s vibes with your music?
Yes, I can. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you throw a boom bap beat at me, I will kill it. If you throw some a guitar track at me, I will kill it. I will sing a song.
He's very diverse. Like, he's not gonna say it because he's too humble, but he's really like diverse and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather be mediocre at a whole bunch of things than great at one thing. Because I
That's
get
true.
bored,
Yeah. So your genre, what would you say your genre is?
I guess like I mean, I call it like gazer hop, but that's kind of like an outdated term at this point. But I guess like alternative hip hop, like, because it's like got all the guitars mixed in with like hip hop elements, I guess.
Yeah, I heard that in
Yeah,
that
thank you.
song. So who did the instruments for that?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, figured.
Thank you.
So what genre would you classify yourself as?
When I'm doing solo projects, it's like hardcore underground hip hop, very abrasive kind of stuff you wouldn't hear on the radio. That's another reason why he definitely compliments me, because I hear these guitars, it makes me want to write not necessarily like mainstream music, but it makes me want to sing more. It makes me want to sound more mature.
Yeah.
When I'm by myself in my living room writing lyrics, I will talk about whatever, things that I will not say right now. But if you want to hear it, check out my SoundCloud /Woozy Not God. But my style's all over the place, honestly. I will do a boom bap song and rap about homies that have passed away, be very sentimental, and then the next song I will be screaming in your face for like 5 minutes. So that's why
He definitely inspires me too, in the way that when I hear his things, I want to get more aggressive and more like punchy with things.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
That's showmanship.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I had a hard time because I always wanted to be in a metal band and be a rapper,
Same.
And then I'm a Spider Gang fan, man. And then when they came out, I realized that you can do hip hop and still be screaming at people,
And I was the same way too with like Suicide Boys and like Puya and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
those
Yeah,
people.
they definitely like opened it up. I mean, like rap and rock was already mixing it up for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I was like 13 when like Limp Bizkit was huge.
There you go.
And like new metal wasn't really my thing. I love hip hop and I love metal, but the way they were mixing it wasn't clicking. But I feel like the kids are doing it good now.
Yeah, because up until then, the only one that ever really did it right was like Rage Against the
I would say
Machine.
Rage
Yeah.
Against the
Yeah.
Machine
Exactly.
was good, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
They did, but like they were like the only
Kid
ones
Rock.
like they were doing it.
Yeah,
I never
Kid
really
Rock
got
is
into Kid
cool,
Rock
too.
though.
Yeah, and Limp Bizkit, like it's all about $3 bill y'all, and then after that, you can kiss them goodbye.
Yeah.
Ghostman's definitely an artist I like right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pain, too.
I saw him
House of
live
Pain,
back in-
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heck yeah. Ghostman's crazy live. Have you ever seen him live?
Mm-mm.
I saw him live back in 18. That was really cool.
I've seen some
Was it
videos.
was
and
it
it's cool.
Which show was it?
It was at Harlow's.
There.
Yeah, it was in Sacramento.
I want to see him next year. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if he's gonna do another North American tour.
He looks like he's gotten better with like stage play. Like he has like props and stuff like that. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like he is Trent Reznor. Like if Trent Reznor died and was reincarnated, it would be Ghostman. You know,
I feel
like
that.
even on the Noise album, like I was listening to Spotify and it just suggested that album to me. That was the first time I heard it, and I thought Trent dropped some new stuff. And then I hear him start rapping. I'm like, oh dang, who is this? And then, like I already knew Ghostman. I found him like in Scarlord around the same time. But when Noise came out, that's when I was like, this guy's legit. Like, this is cool.
Yeah, Suicide Boys is a pretty cool artist too. Yeah. Have you ever seen Suicide Boys?
Nah, they're on the bucket. Oh wait, no, yeah, I did. I saw them at the Grey Day tour. They were with Zillakami and
so
Denzel Curry was.
So
there.
you go to a lot of shows?
Not anymore, really. I don't be having the money.
How often do you go to shows?
I do more like local metal shows.
I do a lot.
It's kind of been on pause for a minute too.
I do that too because I feel like as an artist too myself, when going to different types of shows, I get influenced by what I see, what I hear.
Exactly.
Because I write lyrics too, you know, and it's like, you know, finding new bands in music is like, it makes me want to go home and write something, you know, better, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
The thing that sucks about rap shows is, like, a lot of them, especially, like, the Suicide Boys scene and all that, is they are very rock-inspired, but a lot of the kids in those, like, shows kind of don't know, like, what they're doing in terms of, like, mosh pits and things like that.
Yeah.
So it gets very hard to deal with that.
Yeah, because, I mean, you want to go in that pit and throw down, but, you know, you have this new generation that wasn't really taught how to do it, but somehow found its way with the artist now, and it's like, you hit me in my face. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but you know,
about to kick you in your stomach if you don't get
you know,
exactly.
So
it's very refreshing to know that I can go to a hip hop show now and somebody's not gonna freak out for me stepping on their shoes or something.
Totally.
And then when you knock somebody down, you know, you have 5 people bringing them back up. So you're not getting stomped on. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a long problem with the hip hop shows. They never picked anybody up. You were like gonna die.
I know.
You were gonna die.
I believe it. I've seen some people like get hauled off on stretchers at Black Dahlia shows too. So it goes both
exactly,
ways.
bro.
So when you guys, you know, do this music, do you have a recording studio? You record? Do you do it at home?
My living room.
It's usually pretty mixed. Like, are you talking about like Eat the Police stuff or like our solo stuff?
Let's talk about both. Let's do your solo stuff first.
So solo stuff, I have my own little setup. He has his own little setup. But for Eat the Police stuff, it's like sometimes I'll just send it through email. He'll record something, send it back.
Wherever you are.
You know, it's just like wherever the moment is. He's came to my house before and we recorded stuff. I have yet to go to his though. But
with this technology, it's easier to get instruments and vocals and all of that
it's
recorded.
a beautiful thing, man,
because you can just send it through Drive and wherever you have time and just work on that, you know?
It is a beautiful thing, but I think it might oversaturate everything a little bit.
The market is oversaturated. Even my favorite artists, I can't listen to all their stuff, you know? And I'll just be straight up with them if I talk to them through DMs or something. I'll be like, dude, like I'm like 5 songs behind on you because there's so much stuff to and I listen to my own stuff all day long, so it's like impossible to keep up with stuff these days. But I mean, it's everything. You know, the grass is always greener.
Everything is always about balance.
It has like, pros and cons with what you do and stuff.
But I definitely think though, like with that being said, good outweighs the bad.
Yeah,
like totally, good outweighs the bad.
So when you guys do that recording process, how does it work? Who writes what? Say Eat the Police stuff. So you'll work on what and you'll work on what? So
I pretty much always do the beats, and then verses, it's either way. Like sometimes I'll send it, be like, you do the first one, I'll do the first one on the next one.
Yeah.
He does the first one for the next 2, you know, like that.
Now, what about verses? Do you write a sick verse and pitch it to you, and do you hop on that?
Again, it's all kind of it's all kind of just like thrown in the air about how it works.
My favorite workflow is I do this with my solo stuff too. It's hard to start a song. So I like somebody sending me something with lyrics or a hook, and I can feed off of that.
Okay.
And then, like, if I lease a beat off of a producer, I've been making a point to call the song what the producer named the beat. I'll name it what they called it, and I'll write around that. It might be very abstract and not have exactly to do with the name, but I've been trying to keep the name as spot on what the producer is calling the beat. So that's my favorite workflow. But I mean, we've even, like, we talked about, you know, those old school hip hop songs where, like, the rapper will say one line and then he'll say the rhyme, the punchline, right? And then we'll switch off like that. Like, I want to challenge myself like that. I've never done anything like that.
Freddie versus Jason type stuff.
Yeah, that kind of cool stuff. Yeah.
What albums do you guys have out individually, and then together what's coming?
You have more than me, so you go with that.
I have a lot of stuff. It's very, like, do it yourself though. Like, I wouldn't even call it album. They're like mixtapes, you know.
Singles?
See, I have a lot of singles. I probably have like over 30 songs on SoundCloud, and then I have my Valley Time 18 and Valley Time 19 were like the main projects I worked on the past 2 years, and then I just put out 2 singles as well. A lot
those
of
two singles are beautiful, by the way. I love those.
I'm very proud of myself on that. And I also actually leased the beats legitimately. A lot of my old stuff was just like using free stuff from my favorite producers, and you know, having to ask permission to play it live and all that. But those days are over with. You know?
you're bumping up.
Yeah, I'm a real boy now.
Yeah,
grown man.
That's
old
right,
man soul. I have more on like Spotify and stuff than I do on SoundCloud.
So you're on Spotify.
Yeah, Gnarly Critter. You can look it up.
How was that process to get on Spotify?
Literally just look up CD Baby, and then they give you like a walk-in like instructions on how to do it. It's easy. Like, anyone can do it if you have like, you just gotta get like money. But like, anyone can do it.
For the artists who have been wondering how to get on Spotify.
Hey, don't use CD Baby though. Use DistroKid. Use DistroKid.
Alejo would approve.
Yeah,
Alejo goes through DistroKid.
I use CD Baby just because I didn't know about DistroKid at the time, and like all my discography is on CD Baby, so like I can control it all. But if I knew about DistroKid when I had started, I would have instantly been on that.
What's the difference for you?
DistroKid, you pay $20 a year and you can upload unlimited amounts of music, whereas CD Baby, you have to pay each time you upload.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so it's like, and $20 a year, like, you don't have to have a job to pay that. Like, you know, it's like,
go hustle one or two.
Exactly. Just go ask for money on the street, man. Pick up some cans and bring them to the recycle center.
Right.
My goal since day one has always been to do music as cheap as possible.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, if it's really important to me, I'll buy like some artwork for the cover, or so commission a painting or something like that, a drawing. But I don't want to like frivolously pour my money into something that isn't really gonna be returning me. You know, like.
Would you want this to be a career or more of like a side thing?
My ultimate dream is for it to be an accidental career. I want it to just
Explain
be
that.
very nonchalantly, like I don't care, but all of a sudden I got a deal, you know, and it's under my terms, you know. I will always be doing this. I always have been writing lyrics and doing music, but I mean, I have a job that I'm fine with. I appreciate what I do for a living. I'm gonna go back to school in January, you know, so it's not like all or nothing for me.
Yeah.
You know.
So since you're 17, you know, do you want this to be a career?
It is a little bit more all or nothing for me.
Yeah,
probably,
I mean,
and that's how we compliment each other.
Because honestly, like, I'm hella lazy, so like I don't know if I really want to work like a job. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but like I want to be like, give me like minimum wage off of music, I'll take it over working a normal job, because like I just love making art too much, like to the point I never like have creative droughts either. So it's like I could just continuously give people things, and that's what I really want to do.
That's one of the
awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. That's one of the goals is,
Heck yeah.
at least for me, is to, you know, do this full time, whether it's managing a band, whether it's radio and television. You know, I've been wanting to get into radio and television, I don't know, since high school, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But because I went to Edison High, and
You strike me as someone like me that has like kind of an all or nothing personality.
Yeah,
It's like I'm either gonna do this to the fullest or not do it at all.
And that's basically what I've been trying to do is.
Yeah.
And even back in high school, Edison, I created like a newsletter type of club thing.
Okay.
And it was like, basically, I loved news and I loved journalism, so they didn't have a club that, interested in that. So I created a club, and I did that for a good couple, like a year or two.
Oh, heck
And when I got out of high school and I went into college, I did a couple semesters in journalism. I wrote for Delta College's newspaper. Just something about journalism just interested me.
Oh, 100%.
And then
journalism is super interesting.
Yes, and then I had my son, so I had to stop going to school. I picked up 2 jobs, and then around the same time, I was like, I should take this opportunity to get into music. So I started a band. I did all of that. I basically used that to step stool to get back into journalism, to get back into TV and television, to what I really want to do in radio. And so whether, my band Worst Friends Forever is disbanding or not, for the ones that don't know, it's okay because
God bless, man. R.I.P.
Because those 2 years I took a lot from it.
Yeah. You've probably got a lot of experience.
Yeah,
and I imagine. Yeah.
And I feel like I wouldn't be at the Voice of San Joaquin without having that step stool.
Yeah.
So I understand how all or nothing is,
Well, I think exactly. I think it's hard to for journalism, and I think about this like with like movie critics and like music critics and stuff. Is I think it's hard to judge something when you don't have any prior experience. So like you doing this, interviewing artists, I feel like it might be harder if you weren't an artist yourself.
That's true.
Because you know what questions you would want to be asked.
And you do your homework. You do your homework.
Exactly.
Every time I have an artist here, I a week before I do my homework and
I appreciate
I listen to their music. I get a little feel of who they are. And then I'll meet with them and I'll talk with them before. So when it's the interview process, it's like a conversation. It's easy,
Yeah. Everybody's seen interviews from like their favorite artists where they can tell like they're getting frustrated with the person asking them like how many times am I going to be asked this question, blah, blah, blah. So
but it's not even that too. Sometimes they'll be just really condescending, like just like ask them like questions that are just like
trying to
like who's that fool Charlemagne, like that stuff, bruh. It's like
I think he does it on purpose though.
No, he totally does it on purpose.
He's a troll.
But regardless though, it's still like look dude, like you just ruined my day. It's like it's like
or when have you seen Brian Stars? Do you know of him?
Yeah.
Or when Brian Stars started off with his doing his interviews, some were dope, but like, most of them were like not really interesting. He would go off topic and ask about just, some random things that's not even relevant to the band. And the band's getting frustrated, like, all right, we just want to talk about our art and you want to know what my favorite candy is.
Exactly.
Like, okay,
That's why shout out to Nardwar. He's like the
bruh, facts. Shout out Nardwar, bruh. I love Nardwar.
Who's Nardwar?
Nardwar is like the best interviewer of all time, but he'll ask you questions that like your mom doesn't know about you.
Better than Joe Rogan?
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, I love.
Shout out Joe Rogan though.
Yeah, shout out Joe. But Nardwar definitely.
Where's he from?
Doing his homework. He's from Canada.
Yeah, Vancouver.
Yeah, Vancouver.
How do you spell Nardwar?
Nardwar. Nardwar.
I think it's WUAR.
WUAR.
Gotta go home and do my homework on that.
Oh,
Nardwar,
so
the
cool,
human surveillance. Yeah, the human whatever. Yeah.
I mean, famous people too. Like I saw, he interviewed.
He did Sonic Youth.
Yeah, he got Tech 9 one time, and and he'll give the artists gifts too.
Yeah, he does that.
Like so, Tech 9 started rapping because of this old artist named Blowfly, right? And he was like one of the original like dirty rappers or whatever. Like rap wasn't even a thing, right? And nobody knew that about Tech 9 except for Nardwar, and he gave him a Blowfly vinyl, and it just blew his mind. Like,
that's how it is. Is like he'll just like surprise you with some like obscure like memory you didn't even remember you had.
So he'll go home and really do his
like he'll like talk to
you.
your parents and be like, "What was he into?
Yeah,
what
it's
was
kind
he
of
like?"
creepy actually.
It's weird. It's like, bro, are you with the feds or something, bro? Like, what's going on?
That's definitely a good way to get that journalism right there. Is
definitely
it's different.
Yeah, he goes hard.
100%, but it's also creepy. The rest, like,
I've seen a couple artists like get weirded out and kind of not really mad, but just like, who are you, dude?
Yeah,
like, why do you know these things about me?
It's like you might lost brother or something.
How'd you know that? It wasn't in your bio.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you guys are listening to 89.5 KBCC, the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton.
Skirt.
So you guys are Eat the Police, but So, when you guys started Eat the Police, what did you want to do different between what you guys were doing before? What is the difference?
My whole thing is just when I found this dude, like we made our first song together, The Old Man Soul, and after that I was just kind of on board with whatever he's got in mind, you know? And he asked me to start a band, and I was like, yeah, let's do it, you know?
Yeah.
That's about it right there.
That's
The easy part.
Yeah. There had been plenty of people that I had ever since a kid, I had always wanted to like do things with other people. That was something that kind of drew me to music. But a lot of people, especially in like Modesto, Stockton, I don't think it's like this too much, but in Modesto, there's like not a good local scene, dude.
Yeah.
Like, especially around like the 2016, 2017 time, there wasn't nothing going on. So it was hard to find people that really wanted to do things and that like were like, so like now that like I'm getting older and I'm finding people like Woozy and all that, it's easier to like do these things, and I want to do them before the scene, like, if the scene dies again, it's already
That's what
there.
we're working on to make sure that it stays.
Yeah, exactly.
Stays there,
And that's
that
why
we're growing it,
yeah.
and so we appreciate you guys definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. We
being
appreciate
part of
you
that
guys so
whole-
much for letting us come on here.
Definitely.
It means a lot.
And with Stockton's music scene, it picks up, then it goes down, then it goes mellow.
That's
then
exactly
it picks up,
how-
and
And but what's so
Modesto
dope
is.
about that is that, you know, Stockton is the heart of the 209.
It 100%
you know,
is.
So we definitely want to make sure that it stays viable, and like we're just integrating everybody that we can around the 209.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of bands that are starting to form, you know.
Yeah.
There's more and more. Just 2019, I know like 5 bands that just started this year.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
and
Willpower was one of them that just started this
Saga
year.
was one of them.
Yeah.
Insect Politics was the second one.
Yeah.
They debuted. They
Blue
had their
Willow.
debut here.
Shout out Blue Willow.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So
What do you?
You guys' next performance.
there you go.
Oh, next performance.
My next performance is on the 21st. It was supposed to be on the 7th, but it got bumped back. It's a toy drive at the Running Iron on McHenry in Modesto.
Yeah, nice.
Local rapper Cobalt 45. Shout out to him. He invited me out.
I can't go because it's 21 plus, and I'm mad about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this guy a fake ID or something. But
Yeah. Hey,
What you do is you say he.
Booby Lavelli, bruh, give me your ID now.
Let them know that you're performing and you're only there to perform.
They still are like, nah, you can't do it.
yeah,
You
they
ca-
gotta hear his music
Yeah.
first. I
And that's
think.
on December 21st.
Yes, December 21st.
At least with like with drummers, like with my drummer, he gets a drum tech, and so like just say you're his tech. You're gonna set up the computer and plug all the plugins in. There you go.
There
This
you
is
go.
true, yeah.
I'll be your DJ.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
like, yeah, bro, I'm the DJ. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
play the song, bro. It's not even no problem.
So Eat the Police, the name itself.
Yeah.
Elaborate on Eat the Police, because it's such a dope name.
So,
It's like when your mom used to tell you to eat your vegetables. They good for you, man.
nah. Okay, so really what happened was,
That's a good way to explain it.
I was at a house show. We were at this metal house show.
Which
and
one?
the neighbor, what was it?
What city?
It was in Modesto. It was with Blue Willow. It was with Insect Politics.
Hey.
And it was with Willpower.
There you go.
Shout
Yep.
out all of them, yeah.
Was it was the lead singer, was he like crowd surfing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that one. Yeah,
that's the
I
homie.
saw some footage.
That's Alex. He's not the lead singer though. He's the rhythm guitarist, but he's great.
I seen him. He screams pretty
Oh, yeah.
good.
Yeah. What you call it? But yeah, we were there, and the neighbor called the cops on us because of that show. Even though it was like 5, like the noise
5 p.m.
complaint isn't like until 10 or
Yeah,
something, and it was a Saturday, and they had already all confirmed it. Like before, like we went by. I'm like, hey, is this okay to do? Blah blah blah. And so they were like, yeah, sure. And then they called the cops. And so when the police got here, I was like, hey, bruh, if they come in here, bro, I'm just going to eat them. I'm just going to eat the police. And then that's kind of how it just started. I was like, eat the police. That's a cool name.
That is.
Yeah, it kind of just it was just something I said and it stuck. Pretty
Nice.
much, yeah.
So when's your next show?
January 25th at Mod Spot.
That's
in
my
Modesto.
birthday month.
Oh, hell yeah,
Nice.
dude.
I'll be
What's-
there as well.
The
When's your
11th.
birthday? Oh,
the 11th of January.
My dad's is in January too. Shout out my dad. Love you, man, if you listen to this.
Shout out his dad. Shout out my dad.
Yeah.
Hey,
Papa Uzi.
Shout out Kyle
Papa
Oldham.
Wizzy.
He asked me to shout him out. Kyle Oldham.
Shout out Mystica of Mars.
Yeah.
That's the homie. She does like psychedelic art and stuff.
Shout out my nephew Novocaine. Just dropped a single yesterday.
So since you guys are new, your first show is going to be December 27th, right?
Yeah, technically.
I hope so.
Together, yeah.
At the Tower Up, the
Yeah,
Voice
the
of
Tower
San
Up.
Joaquin's Tower Up.
Blackwater Cafe.
Blackwater Cafe,
Let's
December
do it.
27th.
Hell
It's going
yeah.
to be from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
I wasn't sure if you wanted us to mention that. Like, you
Nah,
guys
nah.
confirmed that.
I
Alright,
got
yeah.
you.
Hell yeah.
So 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
That's the next
Blackwater
Tower Up?
Cafe. Yes, December 27th.
I'm hella excited for that. That's
You
gonna
can't
be
make
cool.
it?
That's the next show that we're doing with the Viking tour.
We just that dang it.
December 27th, the last
Dang, man.
last
I
Friday
know.
of every month.
I went to Pat at Blackwater and I was like, all right, just give me dates. I'll work around that. And he was like, here's my schedule. And I was like, December 27th. I could do the week before Christmas, but I don't know.
It might not be
kinda
good to do
iffy.
that because like families are starting to fly out and like stuff like that too.
It's kind of iffy because it's like,
December 27th, Blackwater Cafe Tower Up.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of iffy because it's like they're saving money,
Yeah.
you know, for Christmas. But December 27th is also, what if they're broke? But it's okay.
This
You
is
know,
true.
it's whether people come or not. It is a fundraising event for the Voice of San Joaquin, and it's to get the money in so we can get that tower up in Tracy
Yeah.
and Lodi and be on FM.
Heck yeah.
To get every local artist on FM and play that, you know,
Heck yeah.
89.5. And so that's going to be the next one at Blackwater. I'm going to have, I definitely got a cool lineup here. I got Grade Blue.
Ooh,
They're
shout out
playing-
Great Blue. Beautiful
They're
music.
playing math rock, dude.
Oh, yeah, beautiful music.
They're
They're instrumental though, right?
Yeah,
Like, no vocals.
no vocals. Their bassist was in my band. We're friends.
Okay.
And then he kind of left and went to Grade Blue, but it's okay because he fits Grade Blue, man.
He totally does. I saw them live at the Untitled show. It was
Yes.
really good.
So Grade Blue, we got the Mossbirds from Tracy. We got
Mossbirds,
Cato's
sexy
and
man.
Donuts from Lodi. They're the one that put on Rockvemberfest in
Oh,
Lodi.
okay.
So shout out to whichever the camera.
Actually, do you mind if I see that real quick?
Yeah, for
Let's see
sure.
it. Let's
They
see.
Cato the Donuts put that one on.
Hell
Kevin,
yeah.
he's definitely cool. And then we got That's Rude,
I think I might have
who
went to
just
this. I don't
started.
remember. Yeah.
They're a new band too. I met one of them at the last Tower Up, and so I got that connection there. And he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm in a band. That's Rude." And I actually found out about them from Alejo.
wow.
He threw a house party, and I saw that name on one of the flyers. So I did my research, and I was like, "Oh, it's a pretty cool band, and they're just starting." And so then we got Eat the Police, and Rene, I'm trying to get Price Ellis on it.
Nice.
He said he'll do a 15, so
Nice.
hopefully we get Price
Hey,
Ellis
bro,
on
he
it.
need to do more than 15.
That's what I was
He
saying.
need to do at least like 25. At least.
Well,
Hopefully.
you know, it just depends on what he's
No
feeling
shade though,
comfortable
bro.
with.
If you listening, I know you're not, but if you are, bro, like no shade, bro.
Hop on.
Bro,
Hop on.
you ever heard of Don Quez?
Yes.
You should
Don
get-
Hez.
you should get
He's
Don.
He's actually getting ready to be performing with Morgan J. She's getting ready to do
Oh, shit.
an event, and she has quite a collaboration. So shout out Morgan J.
Heck yeah!
Nice.
Shout out Major Threat Records because that's the thing he's doing.
I'm excited for the Tower Up show because
Oh,
last
hell yeah.
month went really great, and the first month was kind of like a beta to see how well it went, and so
Heck
far
yeah.
there's a lot of support going into it.
And the Blackwater Cafe is a great place to do it at.
It
too.
is.
Yeah, it
I've
is.
thrown shows there before, and just working with Pat, the owner, it's so easy, So I don't know. I'm trying to find different venues to do this at, but until then, Blackwater just it clicks, it works.
Yeah.
So
You know,
speaking of that, do you want to put your song on so you guys get a chance to hear
Yes.
you
okay.
guys?
So this one Slavery?
Slavery.
Right? Okay, so Slavery is my Woozy's not on this one. God bless though. I wish if I knew him he would be. But this is one featuring my boy Photon Tide from Santa Cruz.
Hey.
Heck yeah.
I'll be heading out there shortly. Go place their mic somewhere.
Nice.
Nice.
Turn me up, yeah. It's been a minute. Yeah. Man, it's been a minute. Watching is a smile when your face is diminished. Dreaming while awake, hidden safe in the village. Safe inside my mind can't be cracked with your gimmicks. You finished, I won't ever listen. And I'm screaming out the chemical emissions, taking out my brain cells like this a competition. But no, I'm facing adding demons like addition. They wanna see me fall like it's a fucking demolition. No, my face is great, you can't erase what is invisible. Hidden like a poltergeist inside a living room. Coming out in dark dust. Who I trust came from the rain, but I fade in the stardust. Breaking back like the axe in the spine. Only a danger to myself when I'm gripping the nine. And all these people, they don't wanna see me shine like a star in the night. I'm gon' shine anyway, bitch. And not that someone to come at me ain't gon' say shit. To show them what the basics is and leave them faceless. Same faces, can't tell what today is. Ain't no evidence in all these major places. Conversate, but nobody really understand. Feeling like a Martian that started to live in different land. I'm gon' do what is best for me, handcrafting my destiny, yeah.
I was looking to the sky for forgiveness, and I debate whether it's facts or fiction. I can see right past your gimmicks, and I can pick apart your image. I was me at an early age, developing what's in my brain. Turn line and attack with my fangs. Watching all my brothers walk in the rain. My eyes are full of perception. Yeah, what has lies, it's infested. Spoon fed and then you ingested. Waste all the time you invested, yeah. They told me not to fall for the photos. They told me not to give in to the propaganda. They told me you must protect yourself. They told me focus on your school and your health. Shit be getting loose, you gotta tell me if you ready. Oh, you have a problem, call my boy, he'll bring the Chevy. I'm feeling kinda queasy and my arms are getting heavy. Rappers selling souls only for a little fetty. We can get it going any place, any setting. Kept the cutter in my pocket ever since a young head. It's sipping dirty till the day is gone. Watch the world from my front lawn, whistling that same old song. Wonder how we can do no wrong. As the smoke clears from the bomb, I ask myself how it all went wrong.
What's cool is shout out everyone because that song just hit 800 on SoundCloud and like 600 on Spotify. So thank you.
Shout out to all
It deserves it, man.
Thank you. Yeah. We tried to get it to hit 1K before we came on here, but that didn't happen. That's not gonna happen.
Hey, it'll hit 1K after this.
Definitely.
I mean, they're gonna go.
Exactly.
It's okay to be the underdog.
SoundCloud.com/.
So you guys are getting ready for 2020, right?
Yeah.
So what can people expect from you guys and Eat the Police in 2020?
You start with
I
that
am
one.
very excited to get an EP going for Eat the
Hell yeah.
Police.
What can you tease? Because I know you don't want to just say all your stuff. So.
Well, there's gonna be after this interview, or whatever like goes up or whatever like probably tomorrow. We're gonna do a single, drop a single. Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Nice. Where can we find the single?
SoundCloud, YouTube, probably just look up Eat the Police on SoundCloud. Florist.
Yep.
It's called Florist.
I want to get it up on Spotify as soon as possible too.
We kind of broke right now though, so it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, it's tough, but it's in the works. And then you can you'll probably find a lot of my solo stuff on Spotify at the same time. Like, want to drop it all at once and just kind of hit you with the tidal wave.
Yeah, what do you call it? they will let you know.
Exactly.
Under the name, it'll be like, here, you should listen to this.
Exactly.
suggest
Yeah.
it, basically.
Yeah.
What do you have coming in 2019, bro? Like in terms of music?
2020.
Oh yeah, 2020.
2020. I am sitting on a slew of beats from my favorite producers that I have been writing to. I already told Brahma God that he's next, hooked it up with a beat, and oh man, it is so weird. It is so good. So that's next. I said it's got to happen. And then just catch more solo stuff from Woozy Not God on from producers like Wendigo and Lil Q Bensis.
Hell yeah, dude.
And who else? So I want to do another song. What was his name? Oh, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'll look it up though, and I'll bring it up in a second.
You talking about Wendigo?
No. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'll remember it in a second though.
Do I know who he is?
No, he's from the East Coast. He's your age though.
Oh, okay.
He did I don't know, I'm gonna look it up right now. You guys talk amongst yourselves. So I'm drawing a blank.
There's a cool artist maybe you guys could collab with. His name's Anthony. He does a lot of guitar work.
It's just Anthony.
What's his last name? Do you know? I can't pronounce it. Anthony Gar. The one that plays the guitar. He worked with Price Alice on that one song. I see him all the time. I just can't pronounce his last name.
Wolf Stealth.
Wolf Stealth.
He's from the East Coast. He's this guy's age, and he is killing it. He's producing for like major acts. That was one of the first beats I actually leased for profit, and I mean that's one of my best songs to date. It's called Sandtown.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Anthony.
Let me see his thing.
He does a lot of guitar work. He plays.
He looks like he's pretty good.
He worked with Price Ellis on a song.
Okay.
And
I'll definitely hit him up.
It was kind of similar to your guys' music.
Hell yeah, I'll definitely hit him up.
It had some influences like guitar in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was, it was a really cool song. But
heck yeah.
I talked to him a couple of weeks ago, and I asked him, are you gonna be working with Price Ellis a lot? And he was like, yeah, I got a couple more songs I'm working with him. But he seems interested in working with that, so maybe you guys could collab.
Definitely.
I'm always down for a collab.
Hell yeah.
It's fun. I spent so long just working solo, doing my own thing that it's like refreshing to have other material to feed off of, Yeah.
Heck
so
yeah.
the first song we played here, you guys' song together. Who worked on what with that song?
So I did the beat.
Yeah.
And then
You had the vocals done already too.
Yeah, and then I had my verse. Then I sent it to him, and then he did everything, and then I mixed everything in his verse, and then we put it out.
Yeah. And this next song we're gonna release too. That's kind of our flow. Is like, I'll have an idea of how I want to sound, and I'll do like a little pre-mix, and then we'll kind of get in the lab and figure out how it's gonna sound once it's polished.
Okay.
Because a lot of it is like very just like on the spot.
Yeah.
Which is why a lot of it ends up not getting released, is because like it's on the spot. So like we look back at it later and it's like, this is garbage, Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
For the ones who are just listening, this is the voice of San Joaquin, TVOSJ, a 98.5 or 89.5. So what is it? KCC?
Baby skirt.
KBCC. I'm still learning that. It's new. They changed it like 3 times.
Yeah, I know. I told people that it was KXVS or something like that.
Yeah. So now it's TVOSJ. Now it's KBCC.
Okay. I think you guys got to change that on your bio on Instagram. Cause
yeah, we really need to work on our Instagram.
I was clowning on myself at my last show because like my shows were like so far and few between. My name changes every time, so nobody knows who they're getting.
They're like, who is that? Oh, that's that one person.
That's that dude. Yeah.
Is that Action Bronson, dude?
Yeah, that's Action Bronson's
that would
little
be
brother.
nice. Action Bronson here. I'm like,
Hey, I cook too. I went to culinary school.
Damn, that's delicious.
That's right.
You guys should work with Rene. You guys
Hell
should
yeah.
work together.
Always down, bro.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for whatever.
upcoming as far as like shows or songs?
Music, anything.
So there's gonna be, I'm on one of the songs. There's a verse that I have on one of the songs that's gonna be coming out of D to the G Records. They got a new album coming out we don't know the name of that particular album yet. So, but all those songs are getting mixed down. I just got it sent to me, so I was able to hear that.
Yeah.
I could share it with you guys after the show, but I can't share it until the album's released.
It's probably got all the curse words in it too, bro. You can't
No,
play
actually,
that.
I work very hard to not put cursing into my verses because
I see that too.
yeah, to really work on stepping up like the vocabulary and like just
That's tight. That's cool because most people do it as like I want to be like
The shock
safer
value.
word. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool because I forget who said this. So, but someone had said that people that use curse words in art just don't know how to get their opinion across
or describe what
describe what it
Yeah.
is.
So it takes
So-
it really puts you in a place to have to like say it in a different way.
Definitely.
Or put the emphasis on something in a different way.
That's
So-
very cool. I like it just because you said that.
Yeah.
So I work hard to do that, and then it's like I try to encourage others with that. So that verse is coming pretty soon, and then I just recently did do the Running Iron. Mesa Tablis was out there, all female lineup, so I was part of the all female lineup.
Oh yeah, I see the flyers for that. Yeah, yeah.
And then,
Bro, just sneak me in through the back, bro.
yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm sure you can get in, and then get there before the guards get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Security,
Get
Get there like
early.
6 in the morning,
Yeah,
bro.
get there early because they do arrive a little bit later. And then let's see,
I'm a roadie.
on the 27th. So over at Shativa's, the 27th. So December 27th, same.
Bars.
I'll be hosting, and then I'll probably be performing with one of the artists, Sam Ross. So Sam Ross is going to be there, and he's going to be one of the performers. And so we have a song together. So he was like, why don't we do our song together? I was like, oh, you're so right. And that's on SoundCloud 209.
Heck yeah.
It's called 209 Shine.
All right.
Bet.
So
I'm gonna have
that's
to
on
check. I'm gonna have to
SoundCloud.
get that check.
Yeah.
Ben will be performing. He's always the headliner because the Return of the Viking, it's his tour. So he's basically riling up everybody now that he's back in the area. He's like just been going at it strong, putting these shows together. It's metal and hip hop, metal.
That's
and rock.
tight.
I was
That's
gonna
such a
ask-
great
Like,
mix.
that's all. Like you guys got to come
Yeah.
out. This is gonna be dope.
I was gonna ask about Return of
Yeah.
the Viking because I haven't had
You
a
guys
chance
gotta
to
come.
listen yet, but I saw a clip and he was rapping.
Yes.
Like that's what they
Yes.
do, or okay,
He's a rap artist.
Okay.
But he does work with rock music.
with other people.
That's
okay.
cool because that's
So-
what we do pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's why I was
Yeah.
saying you guys are gonna be a perfect match. I was like, oh, you guys like. So then I
Yeah.
was saying, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to like work with and have you guys come on through
Yeah,
because not
that's
only
what's
do you
up.
do hip hop, but you infuse that aspect, and that's what we're looking to do is really unify because we have so much, so many genres, and it's so eclectic, and like how we can just fuse things together and that unity among musicians and the force that we can bring in positivity among all
Yeah.
that.
100%.
All these
And then-
styles got to stop being clicked up and
I
just
swear,
do something together. Yeah.
I swear, and that's really what it's all about because it's a greater
And-
message.
And the ego's got to drop too, bro.
egos.
Yeah.
People,
Say
Kill
that.
your
people
ego.
think they're better than everybody because they have more plays than like a local
Yeah.
artist or more or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, we're all on the same level. When it
I mean,
comes
don't
to
get me
this.
wrong. Ego is a
We're all
beautiful
in the
thing to
same
have.
circle, Yeah.
Yeah.
Ego is a beautiful thing to have, but sometimes you
Well,
gotta
yeah.
just shove it aside.
Everyone
Yeah.
has an ego.
Yeah.
Like that's not something that like just some people just don't have. Everyone has it. You gotta just keep it in
Should
check.
we eat the
Yeah,
ego?
exactly.
Yeah, eat the ego. Yeah.
Eat the ego.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bruh, album title question
Oh
mark?
man, that's the
hey.
hors d'oeuvres right there.
I know for me,
Ego dinner.
it's sad to say that Worst Friends Forever is disbanding.
Yeah.
It's okay, you know.
Yeah.
They have to. This is their time to blossom and
Yeah.
go into a new
And
new
see,
era.
you saying that proves that your ego is in check because like you're not like saying, "Oh, f those guys,"
Yeah,
blah 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 blah.
it's-
Yeah.
Trust me, it takes a lot to respect and understand why they want.
Yeah,
to start
totally.
fresh, you know. But it's okay because I can look back and say, you know, I've helped these guys get to where
100%,
they are now,
yeah.
and now they're gonna just blossom. you know,
Yeah.
so.
It's
But
a beautiful thing.
You know, it also gives me more time to work on Saga, so to get them up to that level too, and gives me more time to work on the Voice of San Joaquin and
Yeah.
Artist Hour, because I've been throwing way more shows than I thought I was
I've
going
noticed.
to.
I've noticed it. Yeah, I've seen.
And,
that.
He's definitely manager.
I
Yeah.
figured, man, I'm good at this, you know. So
You seem like And this isn't even like this isn't. I hope you don't take this as an insult, but you do seem like a behind the scenes kind of guy. Like
I've always been
you
like
put
this.
the things together.
This is why I asked you.
That's
earlier.
what feeds his ego.
Yeah.
That's what feeds his ego.
Yeah.
When he's successful and it's good, he loves that.
Hell yeah.
That is true. This is why I asked you if you were in the theater, because I was a theater student, but I never acted or danced.
I always wanted to
I
do
was
like the
behind
set
scenes.
stuff.
I was doing lights. I was doing props. I was doing design. And so I've always been behind the scenes, you know.
Okay, so I have a question. So costume design, how does that work? Is it like, do you like make is like cut and sew kind of things,
So
or like how does that work?
Some people do,
Yeah, it determines on your budget. With
Yeah,
my
I
high school,
imagine.
Edison High, we with other different plays in the past, we never really throw out our material. So if we can reuse it for a new thing,
Oh, okay.
we'll take that and do something with it and make it ourselves, you know.
That's really cool. So like let's say like I don't know, you did a Shakespeare play, you had like that stuff, and then you were gonna do like something else. So like you alter it, like you like can alter like something like that.
Like I've taken a ball gown. Like I had assisted on something called the Mixed Metaphors that was out here, and I really wanted, I really wanted to like play it up, but I still wanted to have like a nice like elegant look in a sense, but still kind of like grungy in a
like
way,
gritty a little bit. Yeah.
So I totally took this really nice like blue with lace strap back ball like gown.
Yeah.
It was super cute, and it's like one of those that girls would wear to prom and stuff. And I literally cut it up and like left like this sheer overlay that I had on there, and wore my boots. Like it wore my stomping boots.
Oh heck
and,
yeah! That's some hardcore
just
grunge
for
stuff though.
fun.
Yeah.
Heck
It's always good to reuse. If you can reuse it, definitely do it.
Oh, 100%.
But what I really enjoyed was sound and lights, and when getting into music, I'm starting to get more into that too. Is learning soundboards, learning the PAs, learning how to run all of that, so I can have that DIY mentality. Because when starting a band, you know, when you first start, you have to do it on yourself. You know,
100%.
Until you get to a point to where, okay, the shows have a PA. They provide you with a PA monitors. Until then, you're running your own sound. You're running your own, you know, all your monitors, all that.
Lucky to have lights. Do you remember that band, Catherine?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw them like in the early years, right? And I was like off to the side of the stage, and I could see the dude that was doing the lighting for them. He's on the switchboard. Dude was rocking out more than the band. I was like, I want to do lights. Screw lyrics. Like he's like, just going crazy, hitting the lights. I'm like, damn, man.
That's the thing too about sound design, or not. Wait, whatever. I guess you want to call it.
They can tune it with the sound. Make it go off.
Exactly. Like you can really like mess with it, man. You can really get your hands in it.
I saw
really cool.
Ableton is really good for programming your lights to a MIDI sequence that's according to your beat. I don't know anything how to do it, but I watched a tutorial one time. So
that was one question I was gonna ask earlier. When you record, what recording software do you use? Do you prefer? Is it more
you gonna laugh at me, man.
So I use this one called Studio One, which is kind of like, it's kind of one that's not known as much, but it's like, you know, like Logic, like that one. It's basically the Windows version of that. Okay. It's basically
Is it free version?
No, it's like $600.
Hey, it's good though. It's good.
Yeah, it's like $600.
So I have the producer edition of Fruity Loops.
I got it cracked though, so it's good.
I learned when I first learned. I was learning on Fruity Loops.
Dude, yeah, FL Studio goes hard.
I don't even record in there.
That one's so complicated.
I plan on. It is
so
not
like not user friendly,
like,
bro.
The most complicated
it's
one.
so like complex and like obscure.
That's why it's good to start and learn on FL Studio.
Yeah, because everything else is
and then go on Ableton and go on Logic. And so it's so much easier.
That's the plan eventually. I'm comfortable with what I do though. Like so, the whole thing is 2.5 years ago when I started putting music out, I was recording on my phone in the Honda as a vocal booth and just putting that out. And then, all right, so my oldest nephew goes to the Marines and he leaves me his Blue Yeti. And I'm like, oh, it's on then. But I still don't know how to record in FL. So I'm using Audacity, right? And then I go in and I noise cancel and I silence the parts with my refrigerator running in the background. And, you know, I just keep it as raw as possible. You know?
I remember FL, I don't know if they still do it, but FL used to do this thing where if you had the Prime version, you can make beats and stuff, but you couldn't export it. Yeah. I don't know. So what I used to do is, this is how I learned how to make beats, is I would do that. and then I would like screen record it to get the beat, and then just do it, bro. Heck yeah.
That's right.
That's how it went down.
The tricks of the trade.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the bass would be like non-existent. It was like some crappy like speaker or something.
So to end the episode, do you have any upcoming things you want to say? Any upcoming shows? Anything you couldn't, you didn't get?
Shout out the Bravado Show.
Yeah.
So I have an album coming out pretty soon, like a solo thing. It's called Butte. It's gonna have 7 songs on it. I'm pretty excited for that. Beaut. Yeah.
Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Apple Music.
Everything you can think of. Pandora, all that stuff. Me and him got the show January 25th, 1220 J Street, Modesto, California, Mod Spot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be with me, him, my boy Apollo, my boy Photon Tide coming down from Santa Cruz, and my boy Pop. Yeah, that should be pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
January 25th. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
As far as releases, I'm just looking forward to getting this Eat the Police project.
Yeah,
out.
that's it. There's gonna be that coming all like this year.
Yeah, it's coming. It's in the works. Yeah. And then I'll drop a solo project. I don't have a name picked out. Whenever I pick a name out ahead of time, it changes at the last minute anyway. So we'll be doing that. Maybe Valley Time 2020. I don't know. We'll see. Solo.
Oh yeah, Valley Time 2020. What are you talking about?
That's right. Just mad solo stuff from Woozy Not God. Maybe I'll change my name a couple times too. You don't know. Yeah. And then I have a show also, the Toy Drive. Come out and donate a toy. Shout out to Cobalt. Third Eye Team too. Third Eye Team, if it wasn't for Celador, I want to put this out there. If it wasn't for Celador, I wouldn't be making music right now. He's one of the first people I ever recorded with. I've known him since like 4th grade. Aquaman Beats too. I met him through him. And they're just a piece of Third Eye Team. They're gonna be out there December 21st. At the Running Iron.
So Blackwater Cafe, December 27th.
Okay. That's technically our next show.
Is Tower Up for Eat the Police. It's gonna be 912 North Yosemite Street, Stockton, California.
Hell yeah.
December 27th, Blackwater Cafe from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Doors open at 5. Show starts at 6. It's $5 a head, and all the proceeds goes to the Voice of San Joaquin. So I'm excited for that.
Heck yeah,
Again,
dude.
we got Grade Blue.
Woo!
And then we have the Moss Burns from Tracy, Cato and the Donuts from Lodi.
Heck yeah.
Eat the Police.
Screw!
That's Rude from Stockton.
Damn,
and
dog, where you
Price
from?
Ellis agrees to hopefully do a 15-minute set.
Hell yeah.
And then after that, 2020, I'm going to be working more with Saga and hopefully getting more music out. We're getting more shows booked for them. And that's about it. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
Anything you want to say to your listeners?
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I mean, I don't have the most plays, but I have no problem showing people that I had like 900 plays in a month or something like that. I appreciate all of you. I do have people, since I started my IG account, reaching out to me from across the country. I've worked with a producer, Salsa from Australia.
Ooh, shout out that boy.
Shout out Salsa. Yeah, he's good too. So I appreciate everybody. If you're willing to put a comment on my stuff, then,
facts. This is true.
Yeah, if you're taking your time out to do a comment or even just like it, I really appreciate it.
And especially too, if you like personally message us saying you like it, that's, you don't know how much that means to like me.
I've had a couple people just send me beats for free too. That's like blowing my mind. Like I didn't like I know that I'm trying, like I sound like I'm trying to come off very humble, but I do appreciate it though.
No, that's the well, that's the thing though, is like if it wasn't for like music and stuff like that and people like that really like it, like I probably would not be here right now. I'd probably be dead or something. Or like,
exactly.
I wanted to say next week we're gonna have this individual artist. Her name's Zoe Rose.
Zoe Rose.
She's gonna be here next week.
She's dope.
December 12th.
All
I
right.
wanted to shout out to Alejo.
Yeah, shout out Alejo.
Side of Suicide for
bruh, I miss you, bruh. I wanted to meet you.
You haven't met him yet?
No. Well, I saw him at the Blackwater, but I never
Okay.
met him yet.
So you're like a fan then, you know?
Yeah,
of him
I'm
then.
a fan.
I'm a
Yeah.
fan too. I missed
just-
you, dog. I missed you.
December 12th, Zoe Rose is gonna be here. I'm excited about that.
Who
Hopefully
is
we
it?
can-
Say
Zoe Rose.
Oh yeah,
Zoe
okay.
Rose.
Hopefully we can get some live music going on. We haven't had. Forgot the last band that came. I think it was No Worries.
Oh yeah, I was
Shout out
watching
No
that.
Worries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we last time played music and
Heck yeah.
get some Zoe Rose in here, get some acoustic songs playing.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to all the listeners. Shout out to all the ones who are watching.
Yeah,
that
for real.
support
Thank
the
you, bruh.
Artist Hour, that support the voice of San Joaquin. And you want to take it away, Rana?
And you are listening to 89.5 KBCC, the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton.
Skirt.